We are live here from the third game of this Thursday night baseball action in the Crane Fall Woodbat Tournament. As Cameron Robinson skies one for out number 2, Luke Burke's going to score as he reached on a triple. It's going to bring up Caleb McCullough, now the third baseman for the Galena Bears. Third baseman number 1, Caleb McCullough. Caleb McCullough is the third baseman tonight for these Galena Bears. So swinging sky one. Who wants it? Popped up, and that's going to be the final out of the inning. As Braden Grant will take it for the final out of the inning. So one run has already scored for Galena. It's going to make it a 1-0 Galena lead as we go to the bottom of inning number 1. Leading off the bottom of the first inning for the Marion C. Early Panthers, the second baseman, number 3, Garrett Trantham. Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium for the bottom of the first inning of this third game of this Thursday night baseball action from the Crane Fall Woodbat Tournament. I'm Adam Smith reporting from Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in downtown Crane. First pitch to Trantham's going to be a ball at 1-0. 1-0 Galena over Morrisville. Galena is undefeated as we speak. These Galena Bears are led by head coach Timmy Townsend, former Branson Pirate, along with Brett Kesterson, and John Z. Martin, who's also the assistant coach for Galena. As the first out's going to be recorded, that's going to bring up Austin Franska. Center fielder number 6, Austin Franska. Streaming live here on the Ozarks Sports Report YouTube channel. Adam Smith, the host and manager of Ozarks Sports Report, as Franska is going to sky one. Catcher dropped the ball. And apparently Franska will retreat back to first. Or pardon me, retreat back to the plate. As he'll get another shot. The 0-1 to Franska as the ball's going to get away. You missed the last two games from today. The first game was between Billings and Spokane. Billings out on top of Spokane by a score of 9-0. And then the second game it was Crane against Conway. Conway coming from behind to beat Crane by a score of 10-4. And we stand here at the beginning of Game 3 between Galena and Morrisville, Marion City Early Morrisville. Morrisville is up to the plate here in the bottom of inning number 1. Coaches for the Morrisville Panthers is going to be head coach Justin Crumpley, who is the mastermind here at Morrisville. He comes into this game with a record of 5-1, and these Panthers are assisted by Brandon Martinson. Excuse me, as the next pitch was fouled down the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Austin Franska. There's a 1-2. Blocked in the dirt, and it's now going to make it a 2-2 count on Austin Franska. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on Franska. Here's a 2-2. Inside corner, and it's going to be 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. The 3-2. Swing at a hot shot off the shortstop. It's going to go into the outfield. And it's going to be digging all the way to second, and he's going to be in there for a double, and that's going to bring up Haddon Grant. Third baseman number 5, Haddon Grant. Haddon Grant now the batter for this Morrisville team of the Morrisville Panthers, or Marion City Early. This team comes from Polk County, just north of Springfield, as Grant's going to swing and pop that one up, and it's going to go into foul territory. 0-1 the count on Grant. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The 0-1 pitch. Ball got away. And Franska is going to make it now to third. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the first inning, this is Game 3. Game 3 of 3 games. Scoring rules is if it's 12 after 4, the game ends if it's 12 after 4, 8 after 5, or 6 after 6. And that's how those games ended on run rules. 1-1 is going to be taken for a strike now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Once again, this Galena team comes into this game undefeated. Morrisville only with 1 loss on the year. 5-1 is their record. The 1-2 struck him out, and Grant not happy with the call, and that's going to bring up Joshua Bumgarner. Catcher number 23, Joshua Bumgarner. Joshua Bumgarner steps into the batter's box. He bats from the left side. He is a catcher for Marion City Early Morrisville. He's quickly behind at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs now here in the bottom of inning number 1. Another strike, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs on on Bumgarner. He is the catcher tonight as he watches that pitch go just outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of inning number 1. 1 run's already come across. Little outside. It's going to even the count now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs on Joshua Bumgarner. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's the final out of the first inning. So no runs, no hits, no runs on 1 error, no base hits, and we move on to the the top of inning number 2. It's 1-0 Galena over Morrisville. Excuse me. Allergies, man. What if Harmon's going to come up here?
Maybe.
Possible. Aren't you and Lane going to have to drag the field after this game?
I will.
Oh, Lane left. He went to go home. Get some rest. Yeah. You need another guy that can help drag?
Yeah.
I can help you.
You really want to?
Come on, I always loved working on a baseball film.
Okay.
Well, I mean that'd be on Harmon. Maybe a player could help you. I mean I don't have to. I'll have to talk to the winning coach, so I'll be preoccupied and I have to lock up the press box, so I'll already be busy after this game. This I wasn't sure. Leading off top of the second inning for the Galena Bears, the center fielder number 7, Dawson Shearer. There we go. Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium as we kick off the top of inning number 2. Austin Shearer is your batter for the Galena Bears as he's going to swing and sky one into right center. Center fielder gives a chase, but it's going to be called off by the right fielder. And that'll bring up Logan Thompson, the first baseman for the Galena Bears. First baseman number 16, Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, the batter for these Galena Bears. First pitch to him is going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 1 on Thompson. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. Inside, strike 2 on Thompson. And he doesn't get the ball call from the home plate umpire. 1-0 Galena. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as the ball gets away. And he'll be quickly behind at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Only 1 out has been recorded here in the top of inning number 2. Bears lead this one by a score of 1-0. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Thompson. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Thompson's down on strikes, and that's going to bring up Hunter Chase, the left fielder for the Galena Bears. Left fielder number 19, Hunter Chase. Hunter Chase, the left fielder for these Galena Bears. He wears number 19 on the blue jerseys. Galena Bears are in the blue jerseys. In the white lettering, Bears across the chest for Galena. Gray pants. The gray and blue caps with the blue G on them. G for Galena. Morrisville's in the gray jerseys, gray pants. A little bit of blue on the sleeves. I believe Marion C. Early is going to be either Marion C. Early or Panthers is across the chest in white. And white numbering and lettering. It's going to bring up another. That's going to give Chase a free base, and it's going to bring up Bushy, the designated hitter. The designated hitter, number 6, Logan Bushby. Logan Busby, the designated hitter for the Galena Bears. Pardon me, not Busby, Bushby. With 2 outs here in the top of inning number 2. Long night tonight. Correction, Logan Busby. Logan Busby is the batter for the Galena Bears. He is their designated hitter as he'll watch one go just outside, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs. 1 runner on, that is Hunter Chase. Galena up 1-0 as that pitch is going to go just outside for a ball at 1-1. Pardon me, 2-1. 2-1, swung on and missed. Good cut by Busby. And he'll even the count at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on 2 outs. 2-2-2 on the scoreboard. The 2-2, slow changeup just on that outside corner up and in. It's going to make it now a 3 balls and 2 strikes on Busby. Runner going 3-2, and Busby's going to be down on strikes to end the top half of inning number 2. So, no damage done for Morrisville. As we head on to the bottom of inning number 2, it's going to be 1-0 Galena over Morrisville. So I'm sure Coach Harmon might have a player drag with you since Lane left.
Most of them are gone.
Most of the players? Well, they'll have to come back and work on the field.
Yeah.
Or who knows? You might put some parents out there.
That'd be fun if you did.
Yeah. I need some parents to go help clean the field, work on the field tonight. And Adam too. Nah, I'm sure he'll
How they do that?
work on the entire field, or just drag.
Just
Just drag and someone can clean
yeah.
or sweep up the field.
I think do the
Where's Morrisville's line? Oh, there it is underneath. What number is this? Whoa, 13. All right, number 13, Blim. First baseman, number 13, Dylan Blim. We are back here in the bottom of inning number 2. Dylan Blim is your batter for Marion C. Early Morrisville, as the first pitch is going to be taken for a strike at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Dylan Blim as we kick off the bottom half of inning number 2. Is the next pitch to him is going to be a ball now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. As we kick off the bottom half of inning number 2. Morrisville is in the Summit League. Also, Galena is in the SWCL League. Swinging a ripper. That's going to be down for a base hit. And Blim's going to be trucking it past first, and he'll stop at second. It's going to bring up Braden Grant. Pitcher number 14, Braden Grant. Braden Grant now the batter for these Morrisville Panthers. Once again, Morrisville Marion C. Early is in the Summit Conference. Summit Conference home to Hartville, Mansfield, Gainesville, Seymour, Lakeway, I believe, and excuse me, and maybe Conway. Pretty sure Conway's in the Summit Conference. A lot of conferences to be at there here in Southwest Missouri. And also Norwood's also in that conference as well as Fordland. So now to bring you back on this game. Brandon Grant has a 2-0 count as I watched one go outside at 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes. Three balls, no strikes, nobody out. 3-0's ball is going to be getting away, and it's going to draw a walk, and it's going to bring up Levi Nelson, the right fielder tonight. Right fielder number 9, Levi Nelson. Levi Nelson, the Levi Nelson, the batter for the Morrisville Panthers. He's going to sky one, hit a high fly ball. It's going to go foul behind the grandstand. Oh, and 1 the count on Nelson. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 1 on Nelson. Levi Nelson is the right fielder tonight for the Marion C. Early Panthers. 0-2 the count. The 0-2 slow floater. 1-2 now on Nelson. One ball, 2 strikes. Now 2-2 on Nelson. Nelson's playing right field tonight once again. He is Levi Nelson. He bats from the left side of the infield. The 2-2 swinging a high pop-up going into the infield. And there's out number 1. It's going to bring up Ty Haynes, the shortstop. Shortstop number 4, Ty Haynes. Ty Haynes, the shortstop, wears number 4 on the Morrisville jerseys. He bats in the 8th hole for the Morrisville Panthers. First pitch to him is going to be a swinging strike at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Ty Haynes. The 0-1 the count on Haynes. He'll get his sign. Delivers. Inside corner, and it's going to be a strike at 1-1. Once again, Robertson is your pitcher for Galena. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a bouncer. It's going to be into the outfield for a base hit. It's going to have the bases loaded, and it's going to bring up Presley, the designated hitter for these Morrisville Panthers. Designated hitter number 25, John Presley. John Presley, your batter for Morrisville, as he's got the bases loaded with only 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 2. Still early on in the game. Morrisville is making some noise here in the bottom inning of the 2nd inning. They trail 1-0 to Galena. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Bases are loaded. Nowhere to put the designated hitter of John Presley. Thing is about this place of Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in Crane is it looks very deep, but it looks small. So it's definitely a tricky place to play here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium because it is a hard place to play at here. 3-0. Ball gets away, and that's going to tie the game up at 1 apiece as Presley will be hit by the pitch. And that'll reset the line. It's going to bring up Garrett Trantham. Second baseman, number 3, Grant Trantham. So, head coach of the Galena Bears, Coach Tim Townsend, will make a trip to the mound to calm down his pitcher of Cameron Robertson. Just tell him to keep your head up and just get those 3 outs and get your team back in the dugout. Once again, this Galena team is undefeated. Only 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 2. That pitch is going to be bobbled onto the plate, and he's going to be safe. And Morrisville's taking the lead. It's going to be a 2-1 Morrisville lead, and that will bring up Austin Franska. Center fielder number 6, Austin Franska. Austin Franska, the batter for the Morrisville Panthers, as he'll have to wait for a little bit as Coach Timmy Townsend will protest the call there at the plate. They still have not posted the second run on the scoreboard, so it should be 2-1 Morrisville. There it goes, 2-1 Morrisville over Galena. Only 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 2. His first pitch was a a ball. That's going to be another ball at 2 balls and 2 balls and no strikes. Scoreboard showing a little bit of a delay here in the bottom of inning number 2. What it kind of looks like is that the Panthers have scored 1 run in the 3rd inning. So corrections, Panthers scored 2 runs in the 2nd inning, bottom of the 2nd as we stand. Three balls, 1 strike on Franska. As we stand here in the bottom of inning number 2, a 2-1, swing a little roper, gobbled up, dropped. Couldn't seem to get the ball there as another run's going to score. It's going to make it now a 3-1 Morrisville lead over Galena. It's going to bring up Haddon Grant. Third baseman number 5, Haddon Grant. Haddon Grant now the batter for the Marion C. Early Panthers. As we stand here in the bottom of inning number 2, first pitch is lined into deep left field. That is going to be headed to the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Here comes another. scoring easily, and the Panthers are going to be now at 6-1 over Galena. 6 runs already come across the diamond here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium for inning number 2, and that's going to bring up Joshua Bumgarner, the catcher for Morrisville. Catcher number 23, Joshua Bumgarner. Joshua Bumgarner, the catcher, as he digs into the left batter's box, bats from the left side. No balls, no strikes. Pitch went inside on Bumgarner. And it's going to be a strike at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That ball had home run distance off the bat of Haddon Grant, the third baseman, as he made it a 5-run Morrisville lead over Galena. As that pitch is going to be upstairs, and it's going to make it now a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Bumgarner. He is the catcher for Morrisville. Chance Hampton will not be batting, and he plays left field tonight for these Morrisville Panthers. Wyatt Snelson does not bat in the lineup and will be playing second for Galena. Pitch is going to be inside, and he'll draw the walk, and it's going to bring up Dylan Blem. First baseman number 13, Dylan Blem. Dylan Blem, the batter now for the Morrisville Panthers. This game is only in the bottom of inning number 2. 6-1 our score. Morrisville over Galena here in the bottom of inning number 2. There's only 1 out in this inning. Dylan Blem, the batter for Morrisville. He's playing at first base tonight. Galena had a 1-0 lead at the start of this game in the first inning, only scoring 1 run, and then Morrisville answered with 6 runs in their half of inning number 2. And that's where we stand here in the bottom of inning number 2 with only 1 out. And Morrisville is up 6-1 over Galena. 2-0 pitch. It's going to be in the dirt. It's going to make it 3-0 on Dylan Blem. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Runners are on first and second with only 1 out. The 3-0. Another ball is going to load the bases up once again for Morrisville, and that's going to bring up Braden Grant. Pitcher number 14, Braden Grant. Braden Grant, the batter for Morrisville. Swung on and missed. And it's going to be a strike at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out to Braden Grant. The 0-1 pitch way upstairs and inside. And it's going to make it now a 1-ball, 1-strike count. These Panthers have attacked early in this game as we stand here in the bottom of inning number 2. 1-1 upstairs. 2-1. We got a long way to go here in this game, as we're still only in the bottom of inning number 2. 2-1 is going to be now 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike on Braden Grant, the pitcher tonight for Morrisville. Morrisville comes into this game with a record of 5 wins and 1 loss. 3-1 is going to draw another walk, and it's going to make it now a 7-1 Morrisville lead over Galena. That's going to bring up Levi Nelson, the right fielder. Right fielder number 9, Levi Nelson. Levi Nelson will talk to his head coach, Justin Crumpley, after a mound visit, and we'll see another pitching change come up in this inning in the bottom of the 2nd inning. We'll tell you about the new pitcher in just a little bit. New pitcher is going to be Josh Gillick as he comes in from right field. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Galena Bears, number 15, Joshua Gillick. Joshua Gillick will take over for Cameron Robertson after Robertson will have 7 runs given up on his resume tonight. All 7 runs have come from lots of key base hits and walks as well. 7-1 Morrisville over Galena here in the bottom of inning number 2. After this game is concluded, we won't have any games coming up tomorrow night. It'll be a rain day. But we'll be back in action on Saturday, where we'll have 5 games on tap, where everybody will come to Crane for the final night of the Crane Fall Wood Bat Tournament. First game will start at 10 a.m., followed by noon. By the second game starting at noon, the third game starting at 2. The fourth game starting at 4, and then the championship game will follow at 6:30 there on Saturday. As we got this will be the matchups for Saturday. It will be Spokane against Wheaton, Billings against Blue Eye, Hartville against Purdy in the non-wild card. Third place game will be between Crane or Galena and Morrisville, and the championship game will be either Galena or Morrisville against Conway. 1 ball, no strikes on Levi Nelson as he'll swing and slap one over the shoulder throw, and they will get him out, and that's going to be 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Ty Haynes, the shortstop for the Morrisville Panthers. Shortstop number 4, Ty Haynes. Ty Haynes now the batter for Morrisville. Getting late here in Crane, Missouri. It's just before 9:30. Swing a slapper down the third base side for a foul ball. No, I'm good. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs on Ty Haynes. Oh, and 1 the count on Haynes with 2 outs. 0-1's going to be skied foul. It's going to make it now 0-2. The 0-2 count is going to be fouled once again. At 0-2, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom half of inning number 2. 8 runs have already come across the diamond for Morrisville, and they lead by a score of 8-1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Haynes. He's your shortstop tonight for Marion C. Early Morrisville. The 1-2 pitch. Ball gets away, but the runners will not advance. As it's now a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Catcher of the Galena Bears, Grant Harness, giving some words of wisdom to Josh Gulick. 2-2 the count. Swing a little roper into left center for a base hit. 1 run's going to be in. Here comes another one. It's going to make it now a 10-1 Morrisville lead over Galena. And that'll bring up the designated hitter for Morrisville. That is John Presley. Designated hitter number 25, John Presley. Excuse me. John Presley, the designated hitter and the 9th man in the lineup for Morrisville. First pitch is going to be inside on him at 1 ball and no strikes. 1 runner on second. That is Levi Nelson, Levi Nelson, who's going to be on second. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a tapper stopped by the third baseman. On to first, and there's your final out of the second inning. We're going to the top of the inning, to inning number 3. Brand new ball game, 10-1 Morrisville over Galena. The batter for Galena. There it is. Leading off top of the third inning for the Bears. Leading off top of the third inning for the Bears, the catcher number 9, Grant Harness. Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium for the top of the third inning as both Morrisville and Galena kick off the top of the third inning. Grant Harness is your batter for the Bears. First pitch to him is going to be a ball, 1-0. That will make it 2-0 on Harness. Harness is your catcher tonight for the Galena Bears as he'll swing and sky one foul just down the first base side. 2 balls, 1 strike on Grant Harness. The 2-1 pitch. Swinging a high pop-up into foul territory is going to go just foul behind the spectators along the first base side. 2-2 the count on Grant Harness. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Harness is the leadoff man. Swinging a high pop-up. It's going to go down. It's going to be trouble. Harness is chugging around first, going to be heading for second, and he'll stop at second. It's going to bring up Luke Burke to reset the lineup for Galena. Shortstop number 20, Luke Burke. Luke Burke, the batter for Galena. He's a shortstop, and he's also a pitcher. He played on the Kansas City Royals scouting team over the summer. First pitch to Burke. Hits him on the head, and he'll take his base. So things are cooking for the Galena Bears. That's going to bring up the pitcher now, Josh Gulick, who started the night in right field. Pitcher number 15, Josh Gulick. Josh Gulick, the now pitcher for these Galena Bears. He watches the first pitch come in for a ball at 1-0, 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes on Josh Gulick. As the next pitch to him is going to be another ball at 2-0. There's a 2-0. Takes the strike. Now it's going to be 2-0 on Gulick. Gulick is the pitcher came in from right field. Downstairs called to the ball, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. No outs with the runners on first and second. 3-1 is going to be fouled into the concourse along the first base side. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is run full on Gulick. Swinging a high, towering fly ball. That's going to be trouble. It's going to give the right fielder chase. And they're off to the races. 1 run is in. And it's going to narrow the deficit now to 10-2, Morrisville over Galena, as Harness scored. And that'll bring up Robertson. Right fielder number 5, Cameron Robertson. Cameron Robertson, the batter for Galena. As we stand here in the top of inning number 3, the first pitch to Robertson was taken for a ball on that inside corner at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. Now no outs, 2-0 on Robertson. Runners are on second and third. 10-2 Morrisville. Called strike there on the right down the middle of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike on Cameron Robertson. Swings, slaps it. Gobbled up by the shortstop. On to first, and there's out number 1, but Burke's going to score. It's going to make it now 10-3. Morrisville is going to bring up McCullough. Third baseman number 1, Caleb McCullough. Caleb McCullough, the batter for Galena. He wears number 1. He is the third baseman tonight for the Galena Bears as he swings and pops it foul. Oh, 0-1 the count on McCullough. The 0-1 is going to be check swing. It's going to run the count at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike on McCullough. gets the strike call. It's going to make it now 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you missed the last 2 games that were played today, Billings played Spokane and defeated them 9-0. Then in the last game, it was Conway over Crane by a score of 10-4 in 6 innings. Spokane and Billings were in 6 innings as well, with Billings taking that one 9-0. It's going to bring up Shearer after the strikeout. Center fielder number 7, Dawson Shearer. Dawson Shearer, the center fielder for the Galena Bears. This will step in for his second plate appearance here in the top of inning number 3. 1 ball, no strikes on Shearer. 1 runner on second. The 1-0. 2-0 now on Dawson Shearer. Dawson Shearer is the center fielder. Jackknives out of the way. It's going to be another ball. It's going to be 3 balls and no strikes. Morrisville pitching has not looked good, but decent tonight. As they only allowed 1 run in the top of the first inning and no runs in the top of the second. And then they allowed 2 runs here in the top of the third, as Shearer is going to swing and pop that one foul. It's going to make it now 3-2. Full count on Dawson Shearer. Shearer is the center fielder tonight for the Galena Bears. Excuse me. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And they'll give him the walk, as Shearer will draw the walk, and it's going to put runners at the corners for Logan Thompson, now the first baseman for Galena. First baseman number 16, Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, the first baseman, will come up to the plate for Galena with 2 outs. Pickoff attempt, and Shearer will get back in safely. No balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners are on the corners. Strike on the inside corner. It's going to make it now 0-1 on Logan Thompson, the first baseman for Galena. The 0-1 is going to be inside. Now it's going to be 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Logan Thompson. The 0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Thompson. Once again, Thompson is your first baseman for Galena. He wears number 16 on the blue jerseys. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's the final out of the top half of the third inning. We're halfway home here from Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. We're going to the bottom of the third inning. 10-3 Morrisville over Galena.
Saturday we can make do all our songs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. With it, we got 5. Hey. Oh man. I wish you guys didn't snowball after you stayed in the game. Yeah, you guys.
I think the biggest key to that game though was last inning wouldn't have happened if we hadn't quit scoring after the second inning.
Yeah.
We might have run.
Apparently, you guys were just shut down by their pitching.
That really pitcher did a good job.
Mm-hmm. Catch you guys off balance and shut you guys down.
Starter, we had his number.
Mm-hmm. Who are you hoping will you play in the third place game?
Who am I hoping for?
Yeah.
I'd rather play Morrisville just because we play Galena next week.
Mhm. Right.
Looks like it's shaping up to be good.
Galena, you mean Morrisville?
We'll play Galena.
Oh. Oh, we'll play Galena.
Looking like.
Cardinals are not looking so good right now. What's the score?
9-5.
Yikes. You are 3. Leading off the bottom of the third inning for Morrisville, second baseman number 3, Garrett Trantham. Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in Crane, Missouri. We're kicking off the bottom half of inning number 3 as Garrett Trantham's going to be hit by the pitch and he'll take his base. Center fielder number 6, Austin Franska. Austin Franska now the new batter for the Morrisville Panthers. Score update to tell you guys about from Busch Stadium there in St. Louis as the
97.
Cardinals now trail the Dodgers by a score of 9-7.
2 outs, 2 on.
2 on, 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes now on Austin Franska. Franska is your center fielder. 1 ball, no strikes on Franska. He's your center fielder. He's going to slap it. Ball is going to go into the left. Going to left field. It's going to be a base hit. That's going to bring up Haddon Grant, the third baseman. Hayden Grant, pardon me. Third baseman, number 5, Hayden Grant. Hayden Grant, the batter for Morrisville. They have the 10-3 advantage over Galena. Here in the bottom half of inning number 3. The 1-0 is going to be skied. It's going to go foul. So it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike on Hayden Grant, the third baseman for the Morrisville Panthers. One ball, 1 strike on Grant. 1-1 count. Nobody out. And the runners are on first and second. Swinging a high pop-up hot shot. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Right fielder crashed and went down. That's going to bring in another run. Here comes another. And Grant's going to be on base with a 2-run triple. And that'll bring up Joshua Bumgarner, the catcher for Morrisville. Catcher number 23, Joshua Bumgarner. Joshua Bumgarner, the catcher for these Morrisville Panthers. See, he digs in. He bats from the left side of the batter's box. First pitch is taken outside for a strike at 0-1 on Joshua Bumgarner. Bumgarner is your catcher tonight for Morrisville. The 0-1 pitch. Check this swing. It's going to be a strike, and he's going to be behind it 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. One runner on third. Swing a slapper foul. 0-2 the count. No outs. One runner on third. 12-3, our score between Galena and Morrisville. Morrisville on top. Here in the third inning. Swinging a hot shot into right field for a base hit. That's going to score Grant. And that is going to bring up Dylan Blem, the first baseman for the Morrisville Panthers. First baseman number 13, Dylan Blem. Dylan Blem, the batter for Morrisville. 13-3, Morrisville on top of Galena. Swing a hot shot. That's going to go into right field for a base hit. And that's going to put runners there on first and second base for Braden Grant. He is the pitcher tonight for Morrisville. Pitcher number 14, Braden Grant. Braden Grant, the batter for Morrisville. It's a 13-3 Morrisville lead over Galena. Hits him, and it's going to load up the bases for Morrisville. And it's going to bring up the designated hitter of John Presley, who is number 25. Right fielder number 9, Levi Nelson. Levi Nelson, who is in right field, hitting 7th in the lineup. First pitch ducks out of the way, and it's going to be a ball at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Still no outs. And the bases are juiced for these Morrisville Panthers. Getting late, it's almost 10 o'clock here on this Thursday evening. 1 run is going to score. It's going to make it now a 14-3 Morrisville lead over Galena. And that'll bring up Ty Haynes, the shortstop for Galena. Shortstop number 4, Ty Haynes. Ty Haynes now the batter for Galena. For Morrisville. He is the shortstop tonight for the Panthers. And all he's got to do is deliver 1 more run and we can call this a game. In this tournament, it is 12 after 3. 15 after 3, 10 after 5. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on Haynes. Presley waits patiently on deck. Presley is your designated hitter tonight for these Morrisville Panthers, as the next pitch will be a 1 ball, 1 strike count now on Ty Haynes. One ball, 1 strike on Haynes, and that one's going to be ripped. That's going to be down off the glove of the left fielder. It's going to be a base hit. He's going to be down, and he's going to be out, so that'll make it a 1 out, and that's going to make it now a 16-3 Morrisville lead over Galena. It's going to bring up John Presley, the designated hitter. Designated hitter number 25, John Presley. John Presley, the DH for these Morrisville Panthers, as we stand in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Hits him, and that's going to put runners on first and second. That's going to reset the lineup for Garrett Trantham, as the Panthers have batted around in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They've batted around in the 2nd inning about pretty much twice in the 2nd inning. Coach Crumpley will meet with the umpire, home plate umpire for Morrisville. Excuse me. And we're going to see a pinch runner come in. for Presley is going to be if I can find him. Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Garrett Trantham. Courtesy runner is going to be Chance Hampton, who is playing center field, is playing left field tonight for the Morrisville Panthers. Only one out in the bottom of inning number 3. In game 3 between Morrisville and Galena of the Crane Fall Wood Bat Tournament of this second night tonight. The 1-0. Inside, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Trantham. Garrett Trantham is the batter for Morrisville. The 1-1 pitch. Pitch is going to get away. Here comes the run, and it's going to make it now a 17-3 Morrisville lead. And that was Ty Haynes scoring from third. Hampton's going to be on second now as he runs for the designated hitter of Presley. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Inside corner, and it's going to be now a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Only 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 3. 7 runs have already come across the plate for the Morrisville Panthers. They lead big, 17-3 over Galena. 3-1 slapped into the outfield for a base hit, and that's going to put runners at the corners. And that'll bring up Austin Franska, center fielder number 6, Austin Franska. Austin Franska, the center fielder tonight for these Morrisville Panthers. He wears number 6 on the gray jerseys, pardon me. It is all Panthers tonight. They lead 17-3. Here in the the bottom of inning number 3. The runner going. Apparently the batter can't seem to the catcher couldn't seem to find the ball. It's going to be a 1 ball, no strike count on Franska. Once again, he started the game here in center. He's still in center field tonight as we speak of. 1 ball, 1 strike on Franska. The 1-1 gets the strike, and it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes on Austin Franska. The 1-2 pitch just outside. Ball. The runner hesitates. That was Hampton who hesitates there at third to score from third base. And we stand here at a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Only 1 out with runners on second and third. Morrisville leads big, 17-3 over Galena. Now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 17-3 Morrisville, big over Galena. The 3-2 pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. Drop the ball, but the runners are going to stay put. And that'll bring up Hayden Grant, the third baseman for the Morrisville Panthers. Third baseman number 5, Hayden Grant. Hayden Grant, the third baseman tonight for the Morrisville Panthers. They lead big, 17-3. First pitch to Grant's going to be a ball at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. With the bases loaded, One base hit, and that's going to end this game. The 1-0, strike one, as the count's going to be even now at 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. Bases are loaded here in the bottom of inning number 3. High school baseball brings in the 15-run rule. Swing chopper. Gonna get the force out at third. Ball gets away. Here comes one more run. It's going to now make it a 19-3 Morrisville lead, and that's going to wrap up the ball game as Morrisville is big. They win it 19-3 over Galena. Final score here in 5 innings. Morrisville scored 10 runs in the second inning, 9 runs in the bottom of the third inning, and that would wrap up tonight's game. Coming up, we're going to see the head coach of the Morrisville Panthers, Coach Justin Crumpley, after this big win tonight between Morrisville and Galena. So we say stick around for the post-game interview coming up after this. Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. I'm with the head coach of the Morrisville Panthers, Coach Justin Crumpley, after a huge 19-3 win over the Galena Bears. Coach, what was the main focus going into this game that you taught your players on how to beat this team like Galena?
Well, we were really just focused tonight on being as efficient as we possibly could. We were a little low on pitching. You know, we came into the tournament. We had a big conference game against Mansfield on Tuesday, so we were down an arm already going into the tournament. Coming in with the doubleheader late night last night, we were a little thin on arms, so we wanted to try to really get ahead of the count early, not run a lot of full counts, trust our defense to make plays, not walk anybody, give any freebies, and try to minimize the innings as possibly can, and put a lot of pressure on them defensively. So I thought we did a tremendous job executing tonight. Our starter, Braden Grant, we couldn't have asked any more from him, for sure.
Braden Grant shut down the Galena Bats and only gave up one run in the process, and your offense scored 10 runs in the second inning and 9 runs to seal the victory over Galena. What was the subject that you taught your players on how to beat this team of Galena? What did you tell your offense before going into this game against Galena?
No, really nothing different than when we do any other night. You know, we want to, the first time through the lineup, we want to be patient. We want to make sure we get our timing down. We see a lot of pitches. We don't want to be patient to the point where we're not attacking our pitches. We want to make sure that we're ready to hit, but guys are talking in the dugout, letting them know what they're seeing up there. And, you know, it took the first inning to kind of get things rolling, get timing down. I thought we were very patient at the plate tonight, being selective on our pitches to hit. And we got some big clutch hits when it mattered, you know. And this tournament is kind of an interesting thing. We're in the pitch count situation. You're never in the business of trying to run up the score on a team and spread it out too much. But then you're kind of in the situation, too, where you know that 15-run rule is sitting there. And to help our arms and get ready for a Saturday ball game, we really need to try to score and end the game as quickly as possible. So they did a very good job executing tonight. So
you guys go to the Crane Forward Bat Tournament Championship. You'll play Conway.
Yep.
They'll play Conway. That's going to be on Saturday night at 6:30. What's going to be the main subject? What's going to be the statement that you're going to tell your batters on how to attack a team like Conway?
Well, we're gonna come out with the same approach. We're gonna try to make sure that we're seeing pitches, not try to do too much, get base runners on. This wood bat tournament, it's vital that we have runners on and put pressure on the defense to be able to do some things, put runners in motion, play a little bit more small ball than maybe you would with a metal bat. And try to have consistent pressure on their defense throughout, from the first pitch to the last pitch. And we've got some good base runners. We've got a little bit of speed this year, and we like it when guys are on. We can hurt teams a little bit when we're on the bases, but we got to really work hard to get guys on, get that leadoff guy on early in the game, and make quick in-game adjustments for sure.
If you have any final words to say to the head coach of the Galena Bears, Coach Timmy Townsend, after this game, what would your final words be to the coach of the Galena Bears, Coach Timmy Townsend, and his coaching staff and his players after today's game?
I'll just keep his head up. He's got a good team. He's got a good young team. There's a lot of talent there. You can see that. Shortstop's a tremendous talent. I thought that third baseman was a very good kid. Their first pitcher, I thought, threw very well. He's young. You could tell he was young. He's going to be a good ball player for them. They're built athletic. They just had a rough night tonight. Our guys really hit the ball well and put a lot of pressure on them, and we had some things go our way for sure. I've been there. I would tell him that. So keep his head up, keep working. He's going to be fine. They're going to have a good team.
Thanks for taking this time with us, Coach Crumpley. Congratulations on this huge 19-3 win over Galena, and we will talk to you on Saturday night against Conway.
Yep. Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
All right. Got your bus.
All right, man. See you on Saturday.
All righty. That was Coach Justin Crumpley of the Marion C. Early Morrisville Panthers after this huge 19-3 victory. It was a final between Galena and Morrisville. Recapping the other two games from tonight, Conway defeated Crane by a score of 10-4. Then Billings shut out Spokane in the first game tonight, 9-0, and then Morrisville big all over Galena by a score of 19-3. That's going to wrap up tonight for these live streams. We hope you enjoy these 3 live stream games of the Crane Fall Woodbat Tournament, but stick around. We're going to have 5 big Fall Woodbat Tournament games coming up on Saturday night, as that's going to be the final night of the Crane Fall Woodbat Tournament. If you want to stay connected with us through our social media, be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and check out our website. Our website is ozarksportsreport.wixsite.com/ozarksportsreport. For any of you that are still tuning into this live stream, we want to say thank you for tuning into this live stream. And for one final time, I'm Adam Smith with the Ozark Sports Report, signing off for tonight. And we like to say, have a good night, everybody, and we will see you on Saturday.